Amazing. So as I was saying, this is Katie. Welcome to Monday Movement Core Stability. Just a reminder to keep some water nearby, listen to your bodies, and enjoy your workout. Awesome. So let's just start familiarizing ourselves with the space in the mat. So we'll just walk the space of our mat and let's get some arm circles going. So nice, big, wide arm circles going forward as we're pacing our mat, getting that body temperature up. Starting to get our breathing raised as well. Good. Let's go ahead and reverse those arm circles, keeping them nice and big, but now we'll take them behind us. Still walking that mat, familiarizing with our space. Taking those big breaths in through the nose. Nice work. A few more seconds here. And we'll go 3, 2, 1. Let's go ahead and pause. We'll get our feet underneath our hips, hands on our hips, and we're just going to do some glute kicks. So I'm going to bend at the knee on my right leg and kick my right heel towards my right glute. Set that foot down and repeat on the left side. So left heel to left glute. Feel free to take these at whatever pace you need. Just starting to get our body temp up, ready for a core workout. Might feel our breathing rate start to increase. That's good. Preparing our bodies for more movement. Good. Trying to keep ourselves centered and balanced. Try not to put all that weight into your balanced leg. Few more seconds here. Kicking that foot towards the glute. And let's go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's pause, both feet back down on the ground. Let's reach our right foot out in front of us, so one step in front of us. Right heel is going to go down into the mat, toes are pointing up. I'm going to slowly scoop my hand down along the back of my leg towards my toes and step that foot back underneath me, coming back to standing, and repeat on the left side. So doing some hamstring scoops and alternating our legs. Repeating right and left, trying to point those toes up to the ceiling so you can get the maximum stretch feel on those hamstrings. And we're alternating left and right. Trying to send the hips back as we reach down. Minimize the bending of our back. Let's go 10 more seconds here. 4.
Are we supposed to have our backs straight, then bend?
A little bit of bend is okay, but I'm just asking that we try to hinge backwards instead of just reaching down to our toes by rounding our back, if that makes sense. And let's go ahead and pause. Come back to a neutral standing position, feet under hips, and we're going to do some torso twists. So let's raise our arms just about shoulder height. They can go out in a T position, or we can go hand over hand in front of us. And we're just twisting our torso left to right. So nose will point to the right. My hips are staying facing forward. I'm just moving my torso and my shoulders and my head. We're trying to get that activation in our side as we're pulling our torso left to right. Nice gentle pace here. Seeing if we can squeeze those muscles in our sides, maybe in our shoulders. Getting our spine moving. If we don't like having our arms up, you can also do hands on hips. That is okay too. Big breaths in through the nose. Go 10 more seconds here. Just getting that spine ready to rotate. 5, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Let's go ahead, step feet back under our hips, arms down by our sides. We got inchworms, so we're gonna slowly lower our hands down to the mat. It's okay to have the knees bend. We're gonna walk our hands away from our feet, stopping wherever we see necessary. We wanna keep our feet planted on the mat and walk our hands away from us, or away from our feet. So we may come all the way to a high plank position, or we'll be about halfway to like a halfway downward dog. And we'll repeat. So walking our hands back towards our feet once we get to the top and resetting. Working really hard to not let our hips sway left to right as we step with our hands. Trying to engage the core and keep our body and chest parallel to the mat. Make sure we're squeezing the glutes as well when we get to that extended plank position. We'll go for just a few more here. Really engaging the core, trying to squeeze our abs and glutes in unison when we're in a plank position or close to. You got this, just a few more. Really push away from those hands, engaging the shoulders. Big inhale. And on this final one, walking hands back to feet. And we'll slowly bring ourselves back up to standing. Beautiful. Grab a little quick drink if you need it. We're going to start with some standing core and balance exercise. Let's find our way back to our mat and find that neutral standing position. So feet under hips, toes facing forward. And I'm going to go ahead and place my hands on my hips. We're going to do a little, I call it clock balance. So we'll start with our left leg. We're going to shift our weight almost fully into that left leg, get a slight bend in the knee. I'm going to gently raise my right foot off of the floor. So it's just hovering, or I'm on my toes, on my right toes. I'm gonna slowly reach the right foot out in front of me to 12 o'clock. Tapping my toe on the ground and then bringing it back under me in center. And I'm gonna reach out to 3 o'clock with those toes, back to center, and behind me to 6 o'clock, back to center. And we'll repeat. So remember, we have that slight bend in our left leg. Always feel free to use a wall or a chair. And make this balance exercise what it needs to be for you, whether that's tapping your toes or keeping your foot elevated or hovering the whole time. Good. Might be feeling some engagement in the left glute. Kind of keeping us stable as we work on that balance. Make sure we keep our belly button to spine. And as we're going to that 6 o'clock, we're once again working on just a little bit of hinge at the waist. Let's go 2 more rounds here. Might feel your left foot really gripping the mat. That's a good thing. Strong big toes. And let's go ahead and give that left leg a little bit of a break. Bring the right foot back down flat. Both feet, toes are facing forward. We can shake it out a little bit if we need to. And let's repeat on that right side. So I'm gonna shift my weight mostly into that right leg. I'm gonna bring the left foot up to my toes. We're hovering. I'm gonna reach out in front of me, 12 o'clock with that left foot, back underneath me to center, out to 9 o'clock, back to center, and 6 o'clock. And repeat. Just feeling the shakes, embracing the shakes. Balance can be tough on our ankles and our feet. So make sure we're using support where it's needed. And we're keeping just a slight bend in that right leg that's keeping us balanced. Good, keep repeating. Feel the right foot working and ankle. Stay flat, stay balanced. Almost there, keep it going. 12, 9, and 6. And like I said, if it's feeling too easy, try to keep that foot completely off the floor, but still reaching in those positions. Right glute might be activating at this point. Just a couple more rounds here. Let's go 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Let's bring both feet back underneath us, toes facing forward. And next, we'll go into some overhead marches. So optional if you have weights here to place a weight in your opposite hand. But we'll go ahead and start. I'm just going to do hands out in front of me, folded over each other. So right over left hand, about shoulder height. I'm going to slowly draw my right knee up towards my chest and place it down. And I'm just going to do my right side for now. So no left leg yet, just marching, driving that right knee up towards my chest. And I want to try to feel that pull, pulling my leg up from the low abs. See if we can work on activating using that low ab crunch. And those of you who wanted to maybe add a little weight, your weight's going to be in your left hand overhead as you're marching. Good. Feeling those abdominals, raising the leg. Let's go a few more seconds on this side. Once again, we got the legs all nice and warmed up for balance. This is a little core and balance. Let's go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's switch it out. Place that right foot back underneath hips and drive the left knee up now towards our chest and set it back down underneath us. And repeat. We can go hands on hips, hand over hand, or weight in opposite hand. Once again, we're just trying to use that pull from the lower abs to drive that knee up. Work on that breath, breathing patterns. Exhale as you drive the knee up. Inhale, leg down. Exhale, drive the knee. You got this, keep it up. Let's go 10 more seconds. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and pause. Let's get our feet back down to the ground. Shake it out if we need to, shoulders, hips. We're gonna be doing a little Pallof press next. So if you have a weight, or let's start. Let's get our feet underneath us, toes facing forward. We're gonna take a big inhale, and we're gonna bring our hands together. So kind of grabbing in a fist position or interlacing our fingers in front of our chest, right at the base of our sternum, kind of base of our rib cage. From there, we're gonna take a nice big inhale. We're going to engage the glutes, so squeezing the glutes. Exhale, push those arms out in front of you. Then we're gonna inhale and twist to the right. We'll come back to center and twist to the left. So we're really trying to engage the side that we're turning to, almost acting like those muscles are what's pulling our arms over.
Wait, are the arms just going over, or is our upper body also following our arms?
Yeah, your upper body, upper torso, and shoulders will follow, but your hips are gonna stay facing forward.
Okay, I'm doing it right. Thanks.
Yes.
Katie, can you describe what that looks like if you're using weights?
Yeah, if you're using weights, you're just gonna hold both hands on the weight and push it out in front of you, and then twisting. So your arms are extended while you're holding that weight with both hands. So it's just one weight.
Each hand on each head.
Yes.
Okay.
Kind of like you caught a bug and you're holding the bug. Good. Once again, we're trying to engage those side muscles, obliques, and lats to pull us left to right. Option, if you are feeling a little challenge as well, to add a lunge in there. So as your arms are extended out, you're stepping right foot out, twisting to the right, back to center, step back, and left. Totally optional to add the lunge. It's just another extra balance and core. Good, we'll keep it going here. A few more seconds. If you've added the lunge, try to keep those hips facing forward. Ten more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's get both feet back underneath us. Arms can take a break. And let's bring ourselves down to the mat. We'll be in a seated position, so on our backs. Legs extended out in front of us. We can just lie here for a second. And on our next inhale, let's tuck our pelvis, make sure our back is nice and flat in the mat. We're gonna raise both legs up, high to the ceiling. Might have a slight bend in our knee, that's okay. And I'm gonna extend both arms up as well from my shoulders. So arms and legs are both up in the air. Back, low back and shoulders are on the mat. From here, we're gonna go into the dead bug. So I'm gonna slowly lower my right leg down and my left arm will extend overhead. So my right leg and left arm are flat, left leg and right arm are still up in the air. I'm gonna pull those back to center, so back up to the air and alternate, switch. So now my left leg will lower in unison with my right arm and back to center.
Hey, Tracy, I didn't get this part. Are we lying down?
Yes, we are lying down on the mat now. Good, so we'll just keep that alternating movement with the dead bug. If it's a lot to extend arm and leg, feel free to keep arms up and just working on lowering the legs. You might get about halfway down. Just listen to your body, see what range we have. It'll be easier the less you lower your leg. Good, and try to feel that back as it's starting to arch on you. Try to re-engage the core, tuck the pelvis. We'll go for a few more dead bugs here. Keep it going. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, go ahead and take some rest. Put both feet back down on the mat. Re-engage the core, so tucking the pelvis. And let's bring legs back up off the mat. Arms can stay down by our sides. So our legs, our knees are slightly bent. Our legs aren't extended anymore, but we're still laying down on the mat. From here, we're gonna keep our knees together. We're gonna point our toes, and we're just gonna reach very gently to the right of our mat, tap it with our toes, come back to center, and to the left of our mat. So remember, we're keeping our arms down by our sides, engaging our core, trying to stay as flat in the mat as possible, and just gently tapping the left and right sides of our mat with our toes. My feet and knees are together to give me a little extra support, and my abs are keeping me stable, moving those legs.
Kind of like windshield wiper, right?
Similar, except our feet aren't on the mat. But yes, same kind of concept of moving left to right. Keeping the breath going. Go a few more seconds here. Getting warm in here. We'll go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's pause. Bring both feet down, give them a break. Give the abs a little rest, shake it out. On our next inhale, let's make sure we tuck the pelvis, keep our core engaged in the mat. We're gonna keep our feet down flat on the mat, knees are pointed up to the sky. And my arms are down by my sides, palms are facing down. From here, I'm gonna take an inhale, and I'm gonna raise my shoulder blades, head and neck off the mat. So now my nose is facing my thighs. My arms are elevated off the mat. Palms are still facing down. We're gonna go penguin, so I'm gonna reach, bend at the side, reach toward my left ankles, come back to center, and reach toward my right ankle. So right hand to right ankle, center, left hand to left ankle, center. And just repeat. Feel free to take breaks when needed. We're hitting lots of abs here. Should be feeling lots of ab engagement, a little bit of obliques, so on the sides. Nice, keep it going. A few more seconds. And if our head and neck starts to get tired, take a rest, reset, and then raise those shoulder blades again. Let's go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Let that head and neck fall back down. Let's re-engage the core, tuck the pelvis, and legs up in the air. From here, we're gonna do a similar exercise, but now our legs are up. So let's take both arms and reach them up towards the ceiling. From here, we'll reach towards our feet, just doing a slight crunch in the lower abs. So bringing head, neck, and shoulders off the mat, reaching towards my feet and lowering. But keeping the arms up and the legs up. And feel free to reset during each one, so letting your head and neck fall all the way back down. Or if you want a little extra engagement, extra challenge, you're keeping your head, neck, and shoulders off of the mat. You got this. Keep it up. Abs are on fire. Go 10 more seconds. You got this. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let those legs down. Get a little bit of rest here. Shake it out side to side. Speaking of, let's do some windshield wipers to kind of get a reset. So feet are flat on the mat, knees are up to the ceiling. I'm lying, my arms are down by my sides. I'm going to tuck the pelvis, engage the core into the mat, slowly let my knees fall over to my left side while keeping my hips planted. We'll come back to center and slowly let both knees fall over to the right side. But this time we're keeping our feet planted on the mat as we shift left to right. Nice little recovery here. We just did a lot of work with those abs. And if you feel that back arching, really try to make yourself one with the mat, keeping your spine flat with the mat, core engaged. All right. On this next one, when we come back to center, let's keep our feet there. Knees are up to the ceiling, right and left feet are flat. Let's walk those feet out to just a little outside of our hips. And let's bring the heels in just a little closer to our glutes. Arms are going to be down at my sides, palms facing down. I'm going to make sure my shoulder blades are dug into the mat, and we're going to go into some bridge cycles. So from here, I'm going to take a big inhale. I'm going to squeeze my glutes, activate them first as I push my hips up to the sky. Once I'm at the top, I'm flexing, trying to engage my abs and my glutes at the same time and letting them fall back down. So glute bridge, we'll repeat that. So inhale. Once we're at the bottom, exhale, pushing the hips up to the sky, squeezing the glutes and the abs, and lower the hips and glutes back down. So trying to really synchronize the breath with your movements. So exhale on the hard part is what I always say. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale, push the hips up, squeezing the glutes as hard as we can, trying to drive through the heel that's in the ground. Good. We're taking these nice and slow for now. We're going to add some holds in. Exhale as we push the hips up. Good. We're going to go for about 5 more seconds here, and we'll go into our first hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. On our next bridge up, we're pushing the hips high, squeezing the glutes, and we're holding at the top of this bridge. So squeezing the abs, squeezing the glutes, keeping yourself up off the mat. You can add a little pulse if you want, so just a mini bridge at the top. You've got this. Let's go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a little rest, bring it down, shake the hips out left to right. And we're going again. We got some cycles to get through. So let's go ahead. We'll go for 8 or about 30 seconds of bridges. Nice and slow. And remember, we're not forgetting about the abs here. We're trying to keep them squeezed as well. Thinking of our body like a hinge. Nice, we've got about 10 seconds till our next hold. And on our next hold, we're gonna add some abductions of the knees. So while we're up in the air, we're gonna pull our knees away from each other and then bring them close together. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Squeezing the glutes, sending the hips up to the sky, flexing the abs, engaging them, and let's pull those knees out away from each other and bring them in close to each other, all while keeping the feet flat. Just a gentle movement here. Imagining we have a band around our knees that's trying to pull the knees together, and we're pushing them away from each other. You got this. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And rest. Go ahead and bring the hips down. Feel free to do some windshield wipers or hug the knees to the chest and roll it out. Get a little recovery here. We got 2 more rounds. A lot of people forget the glutes are part of the global core. Our core is not just our abs. It's our back, it's our glutes. Grab some water if we need it as well. And we're gonna keep pushing. All right, let's get our feet reset. So toes are facing forward. Heels are about a foot away from, or a little less, half a foot away from my glutes, and my feet are outside of my hips. And let's go, arms down by our sides. Big inhale at the bottom, big exhale, pushing the hips up. We're gonna go 30 seconds of bridges. Remember to keep those abs squeezed. In addition to the glutes, our hamstrings are also getting some love. All right, going into that second to last hold in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Push the hips up to the sky. Squeeze the abs, squeeze the glutes. Feel free to hold as is or add that knee abduction and adduction again, or just a little pulse. We got options. Got this. 10 more seconds. And 3, 2, 1. Bring the hips back down. Take a little rest. Grab a drink, and we'll go one more cycle. And then the glutes will get a little break. For now. All right, arms back down by our sides, feet are set. Taking that big inhale, exhale, pushing the hips up. Last 30 seconds of bridges. You got it. Make sure we're driving the power to push is coming through our heels and our glutes. And we're avoiding that excessive back arch by also squeezing our abs. It's the same kind of principle when we're doing a plank. We're trying to squeeze the abs and the glutes at the same time. All right, last hold in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hips up to the sky. Squeeze the glutes, squeeze the abs, and pull those knees away from each other and back together. You got this. 10 seconds, 10 seconds. Keep it all engaged. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring those hips down, roll them out, take a little rest if you need, and grab some water. Good, let's go ahead and stay down on the mat. And we'll do one more cycle of those ab exercises. All right. All right, everyone, we're back down on the mat, kind of where we were before. Arms are down by my sides. Go ahead and roll the hips underneath us, bringing the feet off of the mat. Sorry, arms down by our sides, and we're gonna go back into those left to right toe taps. Our feet. Nice work. Let's go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees back to center. Hug them into the chest and roll it out. And from here, let's extend the legs back up into the air. And we're gonna do some double leg lowers now. So let's arms down by our sides, or they can be on our belly, wherever's comfortable to you. Let's keep the feet tight to each other, knees close to each other as well. So kind of like my legs are moving as one. And I'm just gonna gently lower both legs down, seeing how close to the mat we can get. If you feel any arching in the back though, that means you've gone too far, okay? So we wanna be able to keep our core engaged as we're lowering both legs. So we might have a slight lower. Some of us might be able to get all the way to the mat. We're all at a different range, but we want those abs to be keeping us flat on the mat. Just a gentle movement here. Using our arms and shoulders as anchors as well. And now we're gonna rainbow, so left to right. You got this. Let's go 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring the legs down for a rest and shake it out. We're gonna stay down on the mat, but we're gonna roll over to our belly side or prone position. Well, let's go ahead and raise ourselves up to that tabletop. And just a reminder, so tabletop is gonna be knees down on the mat, feet extended behind the knees, both hands firmly planted on the mat underneath my shoulders. So my wrists, elbows, and shoulders are all stacked on top of each other. My hands are nice and wide. My back is flat. I could put a bowl of soup on it if I wanted to. Other reminder, if we have some trouble with wrist pain, go ahead and make fists and we'll go knuckles down on the mat. That'll give you a little more relief in the wrist area. So just listen to your body, do what it needs. In our last kind of circuit here. All right, from our tabletop position here, we're gonna go ahead and do some more kind of glute work, abductions. So with my right knee, I'm gonna flex my right foot. So toes down, heels up. I'm gonna keep my core engaged, body nice and tight as I raise my right knee out the right side of my body. We're going as high as we can, and then we're gonna lower that knee back down and repeat. So keeping the leg flexed as I abduct or pull the right knee away from the left. The rest of my body is working hard to stay solid. Try not to add extra movement as this leg is working. Good, staying on this right side. Next time when we bring our knee down, now we're going to kick the leg out behind us. So still keeping the bend in the knee, that 90-degree angle, but now we're kicking the heel back behind us. And we're alternating, so out to the side and back behind us. This is your reminder. Keep your abs engaged as well. Keep our spine neutral. 10 more seconds here of the alternating abductions and donkey kick. 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and bring that right knee back down to the mat. Shake it out left to right with our hips. Reset the hands if we need to. And we're going to repeat on that left side. So now flexing the left foot, toes planted in the mat, heel up. Taking that inhale, big breath, exhale, pulling the left knee out now away from the right, out to the left side. So glute abductions. And once again, while we're doing this, my chest is staying parallel to the mat. My head, neck, and shoulders are staying neutral, trying to keep my spine as flat and straight as possible. On our next lowering of the knee, let's go ahead and kick that heel, foot back behind us. So now we're alternating between knee out to the side and kicking back behind us. Keep the breath going. Those muscles need oxygen to work. Last 10 seconds, push through. You got this. 3, 2, 1. Bring that left knee down. Let's cat-cow out a little bit and stretch those hips. So we will get both knees back down to the floor. Wrists, elbows, shoulders stacked. Let's go ahead and pull the hips up to the sky. Point the nose up to the sky, arching the back. Exhale, rounding the back, pushing the pelvis forward. Just a couple cat-cows to reset. All right, let's go ahead and find the middle of that cat-cow again. So neutral position right in the middle. From here, we're going to go into our bird dog. So we're going to extend the right arm out in front of us. Left hand and arm stays planted on the mat. And we're going to extend the left leg behind us, straight behind us. Slight bend in the knee is okay as well. Right arm extended, left knee extended. And we're going to bring right elbow to left knee in the center underneath our body. And then repeat, extending, crunching in the middle. And we're going to repeat. So we're going to do it on both sides. Once I bring my right hand and left knee back, I'm going to switch it out. So extending the left arm out in front of me long and the right leg. Touching elbow to knee underneath me in the middle. And placing hand and knee back down. And repeat. The right side, extend and crunch. Left side, extend and crunch. And remember, it's opposite elbow to opposite knee. Little contralateral movement for the body. It's very good for the brain. And if this is too much for that arm and leg extension, feel free to just do arms or just do legs. And once again, if the wrists are getting exhausted, make those fists and knuckles down into the mat. You got this. Trying to keep our weight centered. Pulling that belly button into our spine. Just a few more seconds of those bird dogs. Keep it up. Let's go 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Go ahead and bring yourself up to kneeling. Shake out the wrists. Give them a little break. Shake out the hips as well if we need to. We're going to go into one more round of our hip abductions and kicks. Let's lower ourselves back to tabletop. And of course, if we are unable to do tabletop, you can also do the glute bridges with the abductions again. Feel free to do so. So let's go ahead. We'll start on that right side again. So pulling the right knee away from left and then kicking back behind us, really trying to squeeze that right glute. That's what's moving the leg. Keep it up. Once again, trying to synchronize the breath with the movement. So during the hard part, I'm exhaling. Exhale, pushing my leg up. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, pushing it out to the right. Got this. 10 more seconds on this leg. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and bring that knee back down. Left side. Let's pull the left knee away. Flexing the toes. And then kicking that heel up and behind us. Keep that breathing going. Exhale. Big kick. Trying to kick something away from us. And kicking from the glute. Trying to keep it squeezed this whole time. You got this. Last 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring that knee back down. Shake it out left to right, side to side. We're going into our last challenge of the class. We're going to do a little bit of a plank hold here. So we have options. We have a high plank hold, which is where we have hands down on the mat, elbows, wrists, shoulders stacked, and legs extended behind us, completely hovering off the mat. So just my toes and my hands are on the mat. My arms stay extended. We could also do the same thing, but with our knees on the floor. And we could also do a forearm plank as well. So lowered down to the mat. My hands are in fists. My elbows and forearms are along the mat. My knees can be down or my knees can be up off the mat. So your choice. Last challenge of the day. You got this. And let's get into our plank position. Whatever one we choose. And let's hold. Squeezing the glutes. Squeezing the abs, trying to pull them into our body. And still breathing. Got 10 more seconds. Push away from those palms or those shoulders. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And lower yourself. Take a little bit of a break. And let's cool down a little bit. We'll start, since we're already in this kind of halfway position, let's widen the knees out to the sides of the mat. Keep our hands out in front of us and sink our hips back behind us to sit and meet on our heels. Child's pose position. Option to keep the arms long out in front of us. Get a little back stretch. But we're stretching out the hips. Get our breathing rate back down. Of course, grabbing water if we need it. But we did it. It's time to cool down. Take a couple more deep breaths here. And let's seat ourselves back up. And let's lie down on the mat. We'll go face up to the ceiling, back down on the mat. And let's extend our legs long, arms down by our sides. Let's take the right leg, point it up in the air, and slowly lower it over to the left side of our body. So my hips will stay on the mat, but my left leg has twisted my torso. And some of us might get our knee all the way down to the floor. You might have a little pillow for support, but just a nice lying twist. Feel free to extend the right arm out from the shoulder. Breathing rates coming back down. Let's take an inhale. Bring our leg back to center. Extend it long away from us. And repeat with the left leg. So left leg straightens up in the air and slowly lowers over to the right side, twisting my spine a little bit. And again, option 2, extend the left arm out to the left from your shoulder. Next inhale, let's come back to center. Let's hug both of the knees into our chest, using the arms to pull them in a little closer. And let's just rock left to right on our hips. Few more seconds here. Deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. And let's slowly roll ourselves back up to seated and give yourselves a pat on the back. Way to go, core stability today. Great work, everyone.